everyone.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hello. Welcome.
Welcome to Three Themes Live. We're so excited to have you join us. It is Wednesday, and we've got a great show planned for you. So stick with us. You're not going to want to miss it for sure. Welcome to Three Themes Live, where theme number 1 is something to smile about, theme number 2 is something to learn, and theme number 3 is something to discover. Let's go. Welcome everyone to Three Themes Live. I'm Kris Thurgood here at my girlfriend's quilt shop, and so happy to have you here. And I look forward to a great show, and especially a fun one because I have these two buddies of mine here. Miss Kyle and Allison.
Somebody said it's so coquette, and I'm like, well, what is more feminine and flirty than Kyle and I?
I agree. I mean,
I heard flirty.
Yeah. So why don't you have it up in your hair, Kyle?
I just couldn't do it.
Do it. No, I don't blame you. It's really
Where's
cute
yours?
the way it is. I should have worn something.
I can go get one.
Could you?
I will.
Really? No. We'll just stay right here. All right. So, I don't know. The big buzz right now going on with everyone is the weather.
Oh, man.
I mean, Florida.
It is cold.
Texas. Wow.
Yes.
But not here.
No.
We
no.
hardly have any snow here.
No snow, but we do have the cold.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
my poor sister lives in Savannah, and she got inches of snow.
Oh.
Oh, shoot. Well, speaking of inches
Yeah.
of snow, we have a darling story that we need to share.
Yes,
right?
definitely.
Oh, I want to hear it.
Yes, with Crystal.
With Crystal. So Crystal has grandkids in Florida, and yesterday they're actually trying to get into a house.
Yeah.
And so they are in a trailer park, which is fine in Florida,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right on the beach,
Sure.
so fun, everything.
Yeah.
But yesterday, she had these pictures, and these kids knew snow was coming. They got up. They were with their neighbors, had coats and hats, sitting at the picnic table, waiting all day long for the snow. They were so excited. It was
my
so cute.
goodness.
Crystal's like, you have to see this.
Did it come?
Yes, it did, but they were just anticipating all day long in their coats and hats at the picnic
that's the
table.
sweetest thing. I hope
That
they
is
got
darling.
pictures and
Yeah,
all of
I
that, because
hope
that's
so
a great
too.
memory.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So all of you, stay bundled and warm. I know, Jess, in Ohio, it was down to below freezing. Their power went out yesterday.
shoot.
Jacob told me that
Yes,
yesterday.
and they didn't have it back until about 10 o'clock last night.
Whoa,
so
that's a long
it
time.
was a very cold day for them. She said, it's
that's a
okay,
little
Mom.
one.
We've got lots of quilts. So
Well, yeah, shout out to my mother-in-law who
Yeah.
turns 89 today.
Oh.
She is 89 going on 27. She drives, she lives in her house, she's fantastic. But yeah, my sister-in-laws were trying to come in. One was coming from Denver, and their flight kept being delayed and delayed and delayed. So it was
Yeah,
like a
all
really
that
late.
snow will delay everything. It
Wow.
just kind of
Yeah.
multiplies.
Julie in the comments says, hi from Minnesota, where it is 45 degrees warmer than yesterday. It was
wow.
29 degrees
So
this
did you
morning.
guys watch the news? We have a place that's up the canyon onto Bear Lake called
Yeah.
Peter Sinks.
Yes.
Yep.
53 degrees below
It is
zero.
the coldest place in the country.
Yes.
Yes. It's just this little area.
Yes.
Just
Yeah,
very
it's
small
in
area.
a dip.
Yep.
Yeah. But that is the coldest place
I
in the
have
country.
no
That's
desire
crazy.
to go there.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
Well,
so
we're nice and warm in the studio.
yes, we are, and we are talking about That's So Coquette.
Which
this
I
week.
had to look that up. And I know
Uh-huh.
you've talked about it all week, so I know that all of you viewers at home
Yeah.
know that it means fun and flirty and feminine.
yes.
And I'm really glad to see that come back.
I actually am
mean, you
too.
know, I really, really like, I mean, you know, when we go through like the grunge area where there's holes and jeans,
Right.
I mean, you know, I
Yeah.
sometimes, but I really
Brings a little
love
femininity back.
I really love the trend,
Yeah.
and so it's really fun. But it's not anything new.
No, it's not. In fact, it's been around for years and years and years. In fact, we have some pictures to show you all.
Yes.
Okay, let's take a
We
look.
have laughed at these for a long time. So
Yes.
this is called Bows Through the Years. So, all right. 50s and 60s. Some of you may share in the comments if this looks really familiar. But look at the difference in bows in 10 years' time between the 50s and 60s. So
I remember
Wow.
seeing my sisters in some of those.
But you know what? That picture on the right, that is
Yes.
just classic.
Yes.
right, isn't that pretty?
Oh,
just
yes.
so pretty.
Is it
It is
Bewitched or
absolutely
something?
classic.
What's her
Yeah.
name?
Oh, from Bewitched?
Yeah. Audrey Hepburn?
No, well,
She's
she
not in
wasn't
Bewitched,
but,
you know,
that
she's
is
in
a
But that
very
looks
much,
like her.
yeah,
Isn't she?
yeah,
Isn't
for
that
sure.
pretty? All right, then we go to the 70s, which was a little, I mean, you know, we're wearing bows
Kyle,
on our,
this is
we're wearing
your-
bows on our
yes.
shirt, bows on the
Hey,
side of our
I was
hair,
going to wear
loving
my
the part.
macrame neck or
Oh,
headband.
you totally should have. Yes.
That used to be a belt.
Oh my
now it's a
goodness.
headband.
Susan said that was her flower girl hair bow.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Oh,
God.
my
That's
goodness.
So cute. Well, then we go. So I grew up in the 70s and 80s. So one of my proudest moments was I went to church and I walked because I knew my parents wouldn't let me, but I dressed up like Madonna.
Oh my goodness.
And I had that big bow in my hair. I had
Where
lace
is the picture?
gloves. I
Don't you wish you had a picture?
I wish
to-
I had
yeah.
a picture of my dad's face.
It was-
is
yeah.
what I wish I had a picture of.
That is.
You were a little rascal.
That,
Yeah.
yeah. Did
well,
you not
know.
think they were going to see you?
Oh,
in
I knew they were
church?
going to see me.
Oh, they just
They just couldn't do anything about it. That's
yeah.
why I walked.
Oh,
I mean,
you
they all went
little
in the car and I
rebel,
walked,
you.
and then I walked in. I had my pumps and my lace.
Hey, that was
socks
a Cyndi Lauper moment. Well, okay. So speaking of you, Allison, we have another
I
photo.
said I grew up in the 80s.
Yes.
I'm sharing this. Go ahead, mock away. But I sported that bow trend at prom.
Oh yeah, I
Not
definitely I put a prom picture.
Can you see that big old huge bow on my hip right
Yes,
there?
yes.
Yeah,
So
that
pretty.
was my prom date,
That
that
was
was prom.
big.
That was in 1988. So.
Yeah, and
But-
then we have someone kind of familiar on the left, but tell us who this is, Kyle.
All right, this is my mother and
Yeah.
her brother and sister, and she told us over all the years she never had a bow in her hair.
She always told you kids
Yep.
that? Never,
Nope.
never, never.
Never,
And
never got
then
a bow
what
in her hair.
happened?
I mean, how could she forget that bow?
I don't know, but my older sisters found it and tortured her with it.
Oh, absolutely.
All
you
went
have
to her
to.
house with a great big giant bow in their hair.
I mean,
Oh my word,
that,
that's so
that is a
beautiful.
great picture to
It
take a
is.
look at, because nowadays you do see, I mean, these little babies that have the
Oh.
giant bows,
Yeah.
and you think, oh, is that a new thing? Oh no,
No,
they
no,
were doing
no,
that obviously.
apparently not.
What time of in
What year was
history
that,
was
do you
that?
think?
Ooh, in the
I would imagine maybe the
30s?
20s and
Yeah.
30s.
And 30s?
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, that was both through
okay.
the years and both through our years.
Yes.
Now, we are missing Kris, but she is going to
No.
share.
Okay, yes, I've just got to find it. But I had a prom picture too. Big. It was a black velvet dress and it had a big old white satin bow
Oh, yeah.
White
on the
black.
side. So
Ooh.
Yes. That was all the rage.
it was. It
All
was.
the
It was.
rage.
Well, hey, I've got a shout out to one of our friends out there, Laura Galto. If you're watching, I got a quilt for you today. She was so excited when she saw the quilt that was behind us and said, I can't wait to learn all about this. And today's the day.
Today's the day.
Today's the day.
And a big shout out to Allie, who designed it.
Yes.
Because this is my girlfriend's quilt shop exclusive. Now,
Yeah.
there's lots of bow quilts out there.
Yeah.
But this one was designed by Allie, and
Yeah.
it is fantastic.
It's really, really
It was
cute.
so fun to sew, and we all got to sew a little bit on it together.
Yes.
Yep.
That's what was so fun.
Yeah.
And I hate when you have somebody sew a block and you sew a block. I don't love those. But
Kinda makes
all
you
of them
nervous.
came together.
Yes.
They did.
They
Because You
did.
guys are all so good.
Oh, yeah,
You're
that's
so
it.
good. And this quilt, I mean, I can see all kinds of possibilities. So they're going to talk a little bit more about that today. Cannot wait to see how it comes together. It actually looks very, very simple.
Very, very simple.
Okay, so this
Yeah,
is
so
something
if
to look
you are
forward
looking
to.
for a really hard technique today, then maybe you need to tune in next week. Because today you will just be shocked at how easy this comes together.
And it will go fast.
I'm
Yes.
all for fast and easy on these kinds of things. So love, love, love it. Let's go ahead and we're going to excuse these two to head on over to the sewing machine, and we'll be back right after this. Hi, it's Kris from My Girlfriend's Quilt Shop, and today I'm going to show you how to make a half square triangle and then turn it into a pinwheel block. We'll start out with 2 squares that measure the same size and place right sides together. Now the goal here is that we have a center diagonal with a 1/4 inch seam on each side. Well, sometimes that's a little difficult to find, especially if we're brand new to quilting. So one of my favorite tools is using the quilter's magic wand. You can see here that there's a line down the center. If I place that line from corner to corner, then I have a perfect 1/4 inch on each side of that line that I can draw. And now you can see that I have 2 lines that if I sew directly on top, it will be exactly 1/4 inch away from the center. Turn my block around and go down the opposite side. Now that the 2 lines have been sewn, I can actually place my ruler from corner to corner and cut down the center. Voila, I have 2 half square triangles. And I'm going to make sure to press all of my seams in the same direction. So on these blocks, I'm going to make sure and press them all to the green. Do you see these little guys? This is what we call dog ears, and we can go ahead and just trim those off. Now, forming somewhat of a puzzle, I'm going to form my pinwheel. So, no, that's not right. I'll turn it around. No, that doesn't look good. Aha, there we go. I now have this seam going in this direction, and if I turn this around, you can see a pinwheel has now been formed. Now, just like a 4-patch block, I have 4 patches here that I need to sew 1 row and the 2nd row, right sides together, 1/4 inch seam allowance, press out, right sides together, 1/4 inch seam allowance, and press the opposite way. Remember, when we sew rows together, we want 1 seam going in one direction and the opposite seam going in the opposite direction. So right here, I'm going to make sure this here is here and this is going this way. So let's do this. And now we'll sew together. And here we have it. My pinwheel block is now complete. Thanks for watching.
All right, well, welcome back. If you're just joining us, I'm Allison.
And I'm Kyle.
And we are going to talk about the modern knot is what it's called, but it's a ribbon bow quilt in celebration of Sew Coquette Week. So if we can just get a look at it one more time, because it is so fantastic, so darling.
And so easy.
Yes. So this has actually 2 different size bows in it. We put this together in a lap size quilt, but there are so many things you can do. Table runners, pillows, bigger quilts.
Wouldn't it be cute to put on a girl's bed?
Oh, wouldn't it be cute to put on my bed?
Oh, your bed.
Yes.
Yeah. Jeff would love it.
Yes, he absolutely would. All right, and I'm so excited that we showed that transition on the magic wand.
Oh my gosh.
Because we do a lot of half square triangles in this pattern.
Yes.
Now, that showed a way to do 2 half square triangles at the same time.
That's
using
so
the
magical.
magic wand. So the pattern, the Modern Knot Quilt, which, by the way, free in the club, free in the club.
That
so
club
shout out, I
gets me.
know. And we will also have it available on Comment Sold. It's on our website. But if you're in the club, then you can download that free today.
All right. You can
but
start it and have it done.
We do use half square triangles. So the first thing I want to say is if you wanted to do the 2 at a time half square triangles, which is the preferred girlfriend's method, the pattern is not written for that. But all you need to do is add a minimum of a half an inch
Yep.
to your squares.
Because you're your seam allowances?
Because of your seam allowance. I always like to add a little bit more and then cut it down so they're perfect.
If I don't add more, then I end up with this screwy thing and I'm trying to fit it in.
Well, we're going to go off the pattern today, which does not add more.
Oh,
so sorry,
okay.
Kyle, you got to be very exact.
I will be.
On that. But but just if you watch that and you're like that, you know, it saves so much fabric and
It
so
does.
much time.
It does. But this is easy.
Yes, but this is really easy. So let's get started.
Okay.
All right, we're going to make the modern knot, and it uses two different techniques. So the first one is our half square triangle.
Okay.
So what I've done is just draw that line, corner to
right
corner.
sides together?
Yep, right sides together. And we have a guide beam on our machine. We're using the Altair 2.
Can't live
so
without
if
it.
you set it to quilting #1 and put the guide beam, that guide beam is going to follow that line. But if not, just draw your line. I do both. I draw my line, especially if I have to be exact. So that's the first thing we're going to do. And we're actually going to do quite a number of half square triangles. So I'm going to send you to the machine.
And we're sewing right on that line.
Right on that line
The
this time.
other one is sewing at a quarter of an inch on either side.
Right, but these are cut to the size we need. I
says
didn't
it
add
in-
any, and it says it in the instructions.
'Kay.
So if you will do that,
All right.
and bring that back to me.
One straight line coming up.
One straight line, perfect, Kyle, right on that line. All right, and then while she's sewing that, I'm gonna talk about,
That's a little bit off.
oh, that's okay, just
let me
move
see.
it over. Yep.
There we
you
go. Got it.
All right, she's got it. So, yeah, Lisa, I know if you wish you had a laser beam, I know who you can call to get one. Just saying, we love this Altair because it is so exact.
And it's so nice because I'm looking at my guide beam, not at my needle.
Right. But like I said, that's why we draw the line on there.
Yep.
All right, so she's going to hand this back. I'm going to actually trim this a quarter of an inch away and send you to the iron, and we're going to
Does it
iron
matter
to
which
the dark
side I cut it on?
It doesn't matter because you went right down the middle.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just going to trim that a quarter of an inch away. Done.
This is my favorite ruler of all time.
Yeah,
I need a new one.
yes. I love the girlfriend ruler too. Okay, so will you trim that and, press that and press it to the dark side?
Okay.
It's my ode to Star Wars. We're always going to press to the dark
Oh,
side.
yep, to the dark.
Okay, so we make a number of those. Just follow the instructions, but you make a number of those. You make some with the background. You make some with light. And you make some with dark. The next one we're
Because
going to
two
do.
of those colors are in one bow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because that's what gives us the dimension of the bow. So the next thing we're going to do, and we just do 4 of these, is we're going to do a flip and fold or a snowball. So I also drew your line. You're going to sew right on that line. Yep.
Okay. And make sure you get it in the right corner.
Well, yes. Luckily,
I know that?
Well, follow the directions, and
Oh,
we
okay.
have a really great grid. But luckily, our fabric is not directional, and we're just doing it in one corner, so you really can maneuver and turn
I
that
put
around.
them on the wrong way and sewn into the middle.
I know, doesn't that stink?
Yes, it does.
All right, okay. I'm going to trim that, and I'm going to have you also press that one to the dark side.
To the dark.
Yep. All right. Do you guys see that I'm letting Kyle use my iron? I mean, it's a
so
bonus
nice.
day, Kyle, for
You're
you.
so nice.
I know, it's because you're my favorite.
Thank
so.
you. Thank you. I love that.
Chris just gave us a look. My favorite assistant today. Okay, so with the magic of TV, what I've done is I have sewn all of my half square triangles and also my flip and folds on here. And then I have, let me move these down so you can see, I have some, because this is like a grid. So one of the things, Kyle, I like to do is either use your Caterpillar template here, but also we made one of these one time so that you can just kind of put this together on the grid and move it over. So this pattern is so fantastic because I just want to show you quickly that we have that grid that we can put this together on that shows you exactly, and it's
lettered.
Yeah, it's lettered. And so we're just going to put our bow together really
And it tells you in
quickly.
the instruction which one is A and which one is B and all that.
Yeah. So we're just going to put
So
our,
that's C.
yep, C.
Oh, there's another C.
Make sure we get that, C. Then
All
we're
right.
going to do a white A, then we'll do, I need to go this way with it.
Okay.
Because then you can take this to the machine. And just sew exactly this together. Do you see this bow coming together already?
There you go.
Okay, so we would just sew these in rows.
Nice.
Then the next one, and we can just put this
Oh, that's what that small one is for.
Yes, it makes this little indent. You're gonna put these together now.
You're making this easy.
Let's make the top of this bow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, Kyle, you
Yeah,
oaked
yeah.
me, and it was right. So we'll put this together.
Oh, that's the inside.
Yep,
Okay.
yep. So there's the,
Oh, and there's your tie.
yes. So that's so cool.
I loved it because I didn't even really have to think.
No,
Once I figured out what was A, B, and C, and D.
yeah, just follow your picture. Look how cute. And then we'll
like
put our bow.
pictures.
Okay, so you want to just do one row together, and I will answer any questions that we have. Does anybody? Liz says she was clutching her chest when I let you use my iron.
Oh, yeah.
So-
Yeah.
Okay, so
pearls?
Lisa, let's talk about that board with the blue around it. If you are wanting to just make this, Kris and I did a really great 3-at-3, so you can go back and look at it, but that board is simply a whiteboard that I picked up at the dollar store that has some flannel and some duct tape on one side that allows me kind of to just create that. Also, you can pick up any of those anywhere,
Yes.
you know, those design boards,
Yes.
if you have a design board that you put it together. But the design board really helps when you are at your machine because you can put a whole row together.
And you've done it on flannel, so it doesn't slide off.
Right, right. So it really is so fantastic. But anyway, you just follow this. So we'll do the ties here in the bottom.
Oh, I need to
and I'm going to
speed
do
this
it on this one.
Putting
Oh,
these on the right way.
What did Cindy say yesterday? Oh please, oh please, oh please, oh please, let this work.
Did she?
Yes. All right. And then we'll put our last. But this is just like that grid system. You just put this together like a grid, and then you have a perfect bow. Now, I thought this would be fun. What?
It's all good. I just need
Okay.
a little thing.
Okay. It's all good. She just needs to visit Jack the Ripper.
Yeah.
Kyle, I laid that all out on a
I know,
grid for
but
you.
I picked it up and didn't look.
All right, so do you see how this all comes together? So then once we are done, we are going to actually have our large bow together. Now, wouldn't this be cute as a throw pillow? And I thought this would be really cute, especially for the holidays, if you just did one large bow block and put that together as a throw pillow.
That'd be darling. It'd be cute in Christmas colors.
Oh yeah, that would be really cute. Christmas colors.
If this didn't work out,
We're just gonna go on. Okay, all right.
Oh, I did it. I think I did it.
Yep. Okay.
Phew.
So let me slide this down so that I can get this in the camera. But Kyle, you would just press this all to one side,
Right.
going one side this way.
Why
Then
is
our
that?
next row, we're gonna go the next side. Because this is a grid, we want those seams to match.
Okay.
So if
And
we,
that way they can
yeah, if we
really
press all right, then the next row we press all left, then we can do what we call nest, you know, where when you put them together.
That was the
they
best thing I
actually-
learned.
Was that? Mm-hmm. Mine was to use. The other thing that I want to talk about is this magic spray, because you really want these to be very kind of stiff, a little bit starchy.
You
because
don't think
you
it makes
nest
that
them
much difference?
until
but
you
it
don't
does.
use it.
Yep.
Yep.
That's exactly it.
Yep. William says you can put 3 together as a table runner would be really cute, like for a
cute.
sweet 16 birthday party. But yeah, so I chose to do these in purples. We do have kits.
Oh,
now,
nice.
the sample that we used, the kits are the same colors, a little bit of change in the fabrics.
That's okay, as long as it's
Yep,
close
the
to
same
same color.
colors. But I chose purple on this so that we could
Cute.
put that together. And that is how you put that bow together. The small bow, exactly the same way, we just add a little bit of borders.
I just love them.
All right.
That would go really fast.
Yes, really, really fast. And that's why we all kind of pitched in and helped just a little bit on when we put it together, because we just
We
love
need it
this. So
done.
Allie, fantastic job.
Good job.
I'm sorry little Quinny is a boy because you need a baby girl, I guess, now so that you can put this together. But, all right. Well, we will
That was awesome.
back with Kris right after this.
All right.
This year's shows are going to be amazing. 3 Themes at 3 is now 3 Themes Live.
Not only do we have a new name, but we have a new time. 1 p.m. Mountain, 3 p.m. Eastern.
We just finished our first week and introduced something called Stitch Your Story. And this is an ongoing series where you tell your story in the quilt blocks you make throughout the year.
And we introduced this year's UFO game board. UFO stands for Unfinished Objects. Keep track of your progress, compete with your sewing friends, and win prizes.
So be sure to catch 3 Themes Live every Monday through Wednesday at 1 p.m. Mountain Time, or watch it on demand via Facebook or YouTube by clicking the links below.
Come hang out with your girlfriends from all around the world, where we always have something to make you smile
Something to learn.
and something to discover.
Let's go. Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to dive into theme number 3. That is something to discover, and we've got some really cool announcements to make. So I have to say, wasn't that a great quilt that we're looking at?
Wasn't
Love
that
it.
so easy?
It
I
really
mean,
was.
if you are, I was thinking, if you are a beginner or teaching a beginner,
Yes.
wouldn't that be a fantastic
Yeah.
quilt to teach them, because you're learning 3 techniques.
Yes.
But it is the same size blocks,
Yeah.
3.5 inches.
Makes it
you
really
know,
simple.
yeah.
I think
not
it'd be
too
a
small.
darling baby quilt.
Oh,
and
really
like you
cute.
said, a Christmas quilt would
Oh,
be fun.
I want to make one into
Yeah,
a Christmas quilt.
lots of different ways you can go with this. I mean,
Right.
even with Halloween fabric, I think
Yeah.
it would be fun.
Oh.
I just think
Anything.
there's lots of possibilities with this
Cute
one.
little
So,
spring one.
all right, so remind us again how they get this pattern, Kyle.
Oh my goodness, it's in the club.
It is.
It's
or
in the club.
they can purchase
on
it on
our
the website.
website.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's called the Modern Knot, K-N-O-T. I mean, you know, so we did try to tag it as bow quilt and different things, so if you
Yeah.
forget that. But Allie named it the Modern Knot, which I think is a darling
It is.
name.
It is really
a
cute name.
darling name. It's under new releases. It's also in As Seen in 3 Things Live.
There you go. William said if you leave off the tails, they look like little bow ties.
Oh, how
And,
cute.
yes,
good
and
idea.
wouldn't that
Do
be
it.
a great...
You could do that for a little boy.
Little baby
Yes.
boy.
Yep.
Yeah, great
yeah.
idea.
And where
Love
it's
that.
gridded like that, you really can easily leave off those tails.
Oh,
Yes.
and I can't see who it was, but someone just said that it would make a darling bag quilt.
Oh.
Or like a bag.
Oh,
Like a patch
quilted
or
bag.
quilted
Yes.
bag. Yes.
diaper
yeah.
bag.
Yes.
So
Wouldn't that be cute?
Okay, lots and lots of ideas out there, so we hope you all enjoy that. And what a perfect way to end our That's So Coquette week, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, the perfect way is if you all sew one
Yes.
and post it on Friends of My Girlfriend
Yes.
so that we can all see. That
Yes.
is the perfect way to
Yes,
end it.
I agree, definitely. Hey, tonight, you do not want to miss this. It is
Oh, yeah.
the Kimberbell Palooza.
Palooza.
Yep.
We're very
We
excited
don't
about that.
do this very often,
No.
but when we
Couple
do,
times a year.
yes.
Yeah.
It's big. What does it mean?
Well, it means that everything Kimberbell is going to be on our Comments Sold Live sale tonight, and really, really good prices.
Really?
So, yes.
Oh, girl.
Really
Really.
good.
And if
prices.
you just checked out because you're like, I only sew, Kimberbell products are fantastic for handwork.
Yes.
Kimberbell products are fantastic to sew. I mean, with
even
so-
blanks.
Yes.
You know, if there's going to be some special deals on blanks.
Oh, really?
And that's something that even sewers can do. And I will remind you that just by tuning in tonight, you will have a chance to win a Kimberbell 100 fat quarter box.
Get out. I've seen
Yeah.
those. Those are amazing.
So
I know.
sewers and embroiderers, anyone can enjoy that.
Do you know what I just bought
So we're
yesterday?
giving one away.
Left-handed double curved scissors.
Ah, from Kimberbell.
Nice.
I'm so excited
I
to
bet
try
you
them.
are.
Yes,
Yeah.
makes a big difference.
Absolutely. That's great, Kyle.
So
I'm
I got to go
excited
home
for you.
afterwards.
Yeah, that's right. You got to go to your office, right? Yeah, the sewing room. Yeah, so definitely tune in. You do need to be live. You need to be present in order to
Yes.
win.
We always say, everybody hold your congratulations. You have got to say I'm here.
Yes.
Because
Oh, you
unless
do?
yes, unless
Okay.
you're there,
Yep.
you know.
Okay, I
Might
will.
not
Not
win.
win.
I will. I'll
all
say
right,
I'm here.
Make sure you tune in. All right, are you guys excited about that?
Yes.
We sure are. So
Yes.
definitely join us tonight, 6:30 Mountain Time. Now, we have another announcement to make, and some of you may have seen this already because we've been kind of teasing it a little bit. But this coming Saturday is the 25th of the month. And if you've been with us for a while, you know that in the year 2025, we will have an item for sale for $25. And look how
Three
cute
cute
these
little
are.
pillows.
Yes.
3 little pillows. So last year we did the kitchen towels, and
Yep.
they loved those.
Oh my gosh.
But this year it's going to be the bowl fillers. And let me tell you, so simple to be able to stitch out in no time at all. You could get
Right.
it done in an afternoon or even an evening. And the good news is that you have it both sewing machine version and embroidery machine version. And the appliques are pre-cut, pre-fused.
Yes.
Yes.
It doesn't get any
I
simpler.
love that.
Yes.
I love it.
In fact, and just so that we don't avoid any confusion, if you do purchase these on Saturday, you will get your downloaded pattern. The pattern
Immediately.
immediately because
Oh, really?
It's
yeah,
a download.
it's a download. So all
Okay.
patterns will be downloadable.
Yes.
And they will not come in the kits.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
They are quite a few pages.
Yes.
So this
Yeah,
would be
'cause you
something
could do
that you're
both
going to
ways.
have as a
Yes.
download. Yeah.
Yep.
So, and if you're wondering what time they're going to go on sale, because in the past it's been midnight, been 6 in the
a.m.
morning. For sure. Now this year, 9 a.m. Mountain Time. 9 a.m. Mountain
Oh,
Time.
okay.
So this coming Saturday is when they will be available for sale.
Yes.
All right?
Yep.
Okay.
I want to know how you got that round, that oval. That's pretty
Well,
cool.
you got to buy it,
Yeah.
Kyle, and then you'll have it in the
I
instructions.
guess.
Yeah, for sure. So
That's
I
cute.
think they're really
Yeah,
fun.
very
They're
fun.
easy. They'll go together super fast.
$25
And
comes with the
$25.
embellishments
Yep.
and
Wow.
the kit. Yeah.
Yeah, everything's included.
Get outta here.
Okay. So something to look forward to. Finally, we do have another announcement that I know many of you have been looking forward to, and that is what is going to be our next book that we're going to study in book club.
Oh my word.
This has been a hard decision.
Oh wow.
There's so many
Yes.
good ones to choose from.
Yes.
We wanted to try and do something that was very different from what we did last year.
month, yes.
So this year we're doing one novel every quarter. All right. So, and
Yes.
we want to give you enough heads up so that you can either purchase it or get it on Libby or, download it from on your Kindle, whatever way you prefer. That you have time to read it before we talk about it on Three Things Live, and we do a project that is inspired by the book.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, are you guys ready for this? Da, 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 da. This quarter's book is going to be What the Wind Knows by Amy Harmon. All right. Take a screenshot of that, and you can be ready to enjoy
Yes.
our book club with us.
And
Okay.
enjoy being the key word.
Yes, truly. And it's a very, very different story. So before we leave, I want to ask you both this question. So all three of us have read it.
Yes.
And it's different, isn't it?
Oh yes.
Let me tell you one of my favorite things about it, and then I want to hear one of your favorite things about it without divulging.
No, you have to read
plot.
it, yes.
You have to read it. And
Or listen to it.
Exactly.
Right.
But one of my favorite things is the fact that it's like historical fiction. I love historical fiction. Love it. And add a little romance in there, you've got a really good story.
I learned so much. I mean, I really, really learned, and if I can walk away learning, so
Yes. If you can suspend your imagination a little bit, because what happens is, like, would not normally happen.
No, I
Not at
first
all.
started and I'm like, what are you guys thinking?
So you've got to just take a step back and just enjoy the story. So, Kyle, what's your favorite thing about this?
Okay, when
One
I
of them.
started, I was like, oh, I don't know about this book. I'm not sure. But it made me remember growing up
Yeah.
and the, can I say where it takes place?
Yes,
Ireland.
for sure. Takes place in Ireland, okay.
The is it the revolutionary or whatever, the resistance that they had going on. I
Sure.
remember that was big when I was growing up and what they went through.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I enjoyed that part, thinking back to that and going, oh
Because
my
you
goodness.
related a little bit.
Yes, yes.
It was
And
really good.
It really wasn't that long ago.
No.
I mean,
No,
in our
I'm not that
grandparents'
old.
lifetime.
Right.
So yeah, definitely. So, Allison, what about you?
Well, you know, we're knee deep in Stitch Your Story, which
Yes.
has really spoken to me. And so it made me think a lot about our heritage. It made me think a lot about our choices. And I always like a book that I can put down and maybe reflect a little bit. So not only did I learn a lot historically, but I also could reflect inwardly a little bit and think, what if? What if I was in the same situation that she would be? And how do my choices and the things that I do impact? And there's a lot of different, I mean, there's some true historical figures in this book, as well as some fictional figures in this book, but each of them, how they intertwine and what if. So I really, really liked that.
Yeah, for sure. William, it's Ireland. It takes place in Ireland,
Yes.
not
What did I say?
Ira. I,
The IRA is probably what he was
yeah.
talking about, the Ireland
I thought
Revolutionary.
you-
Yeah, the IRA. So, I mean, you know,
I
the,
was
the
like,
IRA,
no, it's Ireland.
Yes.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
I'm with you. I got you now. So definitely, if you want to be a part of this and enjoy a really good novel, one that once you get into it is hard to put down.
Right. Yes,
I
absolutely.
remember what did you say? You
So
said-
when I finished it was funny because I read every night before I go to sleep, and I finished it actually on a Sunday. I got up at 6 o'clock in the morning to finish the last 100 pages, and then I went back to bed because I'm like, I can't. I
gotta
can't.
know.
Yeah, I had to think it through, and I had to think about that, and then I had to ponder it all weekend.
Okay.
Nice.
Now we do
Something to
have a
think
little bit
about.
of a disclaimer.
Oh yes, let's share the disclaimer. Everyone listen very, very closely.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So there are a few parts that maybe
They were good.
yeah, Kyle loved it. But
They were
we
good.
just want to let you know it is an adult book.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
So my mother-in-law always uses the word spicy, and I have to tell you, there is no bigger pure of heart than my mother-in-law.
that is true.
I mean,
yes, I
you
know
know,
your
she is
mother-in-law.
very pure of heart.
Yeah.
So she read it, she really enjoyed it, she whatever. But she uses this term, and I thought it was a cute way to say. So there are a couple of parts that are a little spicy, but like she says, we all need a little bit of spice in our life. But if that is going to offend you,
Yes.
then just know that you may need to skip over or just don't read it. But tune in. We have a really great project.
Yeah, we do.
Yes.
We sure
yes.
do.
But,
All right.
But I
There's
do
the
want to put that
disclaimer.
out there that approved by a pure of heart, but there are just so minimal.
Yeah.
A little bit of spice.
I
Yeah.
highly recommend it.
There you go. All right. So again, the book is called What the Wind Knows by Amy Harmon. So pick it up today at your local bookstore, or you can find it online.
And you have several weeks before we get to
Oh
this.
yeah,
yes.
this is going to be in March.
Yes.
So I can't remember the date offhand,
Yes.
but in March is
Yeah.
when we will discuss the book. And Alice and I have already put together the project for it.
Yes.
So
Oh, good.
something to look forward to. All right, everyone. Well, I think that wraps things up for us today. Thank you so much for being with us. We so appreciate it. Kyle, Allison, always love having you
Oh, yeah.
here.
I know
This is fun.
This is kind of a weekend for a few of us. We will be at work, but we will not be on Three Things Live on
That's
Thursday
right.
and Friday this week.
Yeah.
So,
Is this
but
the
join us
second
tonight.
week?
Yes.
We've
Week
done
number
pretty good.
2 down for the new format. And I know some of you, it's going to take a little bit of time to get used to the time change, but I trust that you're going to
I think it's
just
gonna work.
fine. Yeah, absolutely. All right, everyone, have a wonderful rest of your day. Hope to see you tonight. Again, don't miss it, 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time. Be sure and tell all your friends, and keep doing all the things you love. Hope to see you again real soon. Bye-bye.